going to say we're going into game number 2. Blacklist International going up against Echo. And what I wanted to say was that Echo picked up the most banned hero of Blacklist International. They keep banning out this Franco. So now Franco in the hands of Echo. This might be a bad game for Blacklist.
Yep, and the reason why is because it breaks the Ube. You don't get to engage on your terms. And in the hands of the playmaker, Yawi, it's going to be a great way to, again, either set up a box that Blacklist is not comfortable with or break whatever Blacklist is trying to do.
And this is a similar approach to, again, what RRQ did against Echo yesterday, right? They picked up that Franco, but unfortunately for RRQ, they didn't have anything to build around the Franco. Meanwhile here, I was questioning the Brody pick earlier on. I was like, what? Brody into Lolita? Then you see the Franco and you're like, there you go. That's what it was for. You hook the opponent away, and what's the Lolita gonna do, right? Sure, she can actually jump in, flicker, maybe to get that shielding down, but it's a bit too risky, and if Venus is on the receiving end of the hook, it's gonna be a lot to deal with here. And Venus, right now, is gonna be caught. Yawi gonna throw the iron hook. Good dodge by Venus.
Now, looking at this game, Blacklist International, I would say after the group stages, this Franco is a nightmare for them because it is the reason why they've lost. So now we got to see their evolved form. Have they been able to find a way to fight against this Franco? Right now, looking at the lanes, not a lot is going on. Wise goes down to fight against Sanford, but I don't think they can secure a kill here.
Too sustainable, gets out of that one. Wise is level 4, Carl TZ as well. Both of these junglers clearing very, very fast. In the end, it's Haji who actually steals the gold buff away.
Yep, looking at a potential 3v3, 4v4 down bottom as they both jockey for position, finding a good pull for this Lord. And it looks like Echo is the one first on the scene. Carl TZ whacking away. Oh, there's a ult!
Yeah, Sanford zoning very, very well here with a split as well. Bringing Wise away. Numenov Blast gonna be charged in. On to Carl TZ, but no! It's Yawi who finds the iron hook, and Carl TZ finds the retribution. Edward on the back line. That's a stolen for the airstrike as the Bloody Hunt comes down onto Edward to lock him down. Sanford finding Wise, the flicker over. Edward picking up another. It's a 2-for-1 right now. Echo still equal though in terms of the trade because they secured the turtle.
I like how Blacklist played that fight just now because even though they were focusing on the turtle, they kind of understood that it's not 100%. It's not even 50-50. It was kind of a 60-40 at that point. So they tried to find the alternate win condition around the turtle, which is try to get a little bit more kills. So they were willing to expand a lot of their resources there. Looking at the items right now, really not a lot of power spikes just yet. The Beatrix here, piloted by Oheb, understands that there is a chance he's going to get attacked, and right now Carl TZ is getting attacked.
He is the frontliner though, so he's happy taking that damage, and Haji is going to be the one losing a whole lot of HP from Sanji. Venus does too, and now that mid control is for Echo.
And you're seeing here the difference between Haji and Sanji, a Valentina and a Farsa. It seems like now, when the ult is ready on Sanji, he's just willing to pull it out and then force Haji to respond. It's all about timing. It's all about engagement.
Oh.
And Yawi, did he do it? No, the Filipino sniper still confirms the gold crab.
That was an insane calculation, man. An insane micro play by Oheb, right? He knows exactly how it was going to go down. Even with the snipes there.
I got to say, in my head, he was holding his breath and like,
yeah.
1, 2, pump, just get it. And I just want to touch a little bit about the emblems because in terms of scaling, I kind of feel like Blacklist, they have an advantage because Oheb is using a marksman emblem compared to bennyqt using the assassin emblem. He's going to have a lot of damage, but still, in terms of scaling, Blacklist, they have it in the bag, and now looks like Echo, they're just going to push Blacklist away. Don't push too hard.
Oh, not an engagement that Echo wants to go for because, again, they spent a few ults there. Mind you, Yawi still has the Bloody Hunt, still has a hook waiting on him. bennyqt as well, torn apart memory, goes for a pull. Numenov Blast charged up by the Queen. That as well by Carl TZ.
And Carl TZ is going to be able to spin him out. That's a Bloody Hunt locking Edward down. Edward taking low, but still able to survive for now. Torn apart memory popped in as Benny flickers forward to pick up the kill. Turtle over to Blacklist right now as Sanford jumps in with split, bringing Venus back for the damage to come through once again. Sanji picking up. Yawi almost finding the iron hook. That's demobilized. Haji pours the flicker out, and Echo will be able to take the better trade.
2-0. Turtle goes over to Blacklist though. As well, it's actually Echo who took it. Wow, clear win now for the Orcas.
Yeah, clear win because they have a lot of birds in the early stages of the game because Wise being in the front line, he can CC'd them for a bit, and Oheb, that was lucky that he did not get hooked. And so far, Oheb will be fine. Looking at the items, clear power spikes right now. Looking at Edward, he's not going to be tanking a lot, but he can deal a lot of damage because of the Genius Wand. So as long as he can prolong the fight, he can really help himself out, as well as Haji. Speaking of which, Haji is using a skill kind of itemization, so he's not going to be too strong right now, but I would say in 8 minutes, he's really gonna power through Echo.
Yeah, and honestly, I do really want to talk about how Blacklist International are negating the bully potential from the Brody, right? Because earlier we saw the lane frozen by bennyqt in that lane. Wise instantly stopped by into the gold lane, even risking his life just to help Oheb clear it out. And this is what's going to get Blacklist to that item power spike for Oheb in the gold lane. The Beatrix has been farming very well, considering that he is in the losing matchup up against that Brody.
Yep, and we're just waiting for that to flourish. We're just waiting for that to get the payoff. Bottom lane, though, you see the XP laner just leaving constantly. Very good wave clear from both the Joy and the Blue out of the pull on Wise.
The Iron Hook, and that's going to be the bloody hunt. Chain in, but that's just welcome as Edward jumps in with a lot of damage coming down. Sanji with the wings by wings, getting out. Luminal Blast, and for the airstrike stolen away by Haji with the IMU. Bennett's Rage, able to find the kill on the Sanford. Carl TZ going to be gunned down. That's the Iron Hook to provide the peel necessary for Carl TZ. It's a 1-for-1. The XP lane traded it for the jungler.
Look at bennyqt.
Oh, watch out, Benny from the back line. Oheb hasn't spotted him yet. They're going for the turtle. There's the pull. Yaoi as well. Look at this. Prime positioning from the Echo squad. Oh, he's revealed. There's the hook.
Yeah, we missed it. Gonna be stunned up. Venus actually onto the turtle. Carl TZ with a quarter of his HP bar. Oh, that's the feather airstrike prematurely popped in. Sanji's gonna be zoned away now, but Benny, again, this is the man that we're gonna be looking at. Wise, gonna be hooked down. That's the moment for Benny to jump in. That's the damage coming through the turnaround memory as well. To take the turtle and to take Oheb. Carl TZ with a Deathless Welcome. Not gonna be able to find it just yet. Sanford onto Venus, bringing him back. Luminum Blast gonna be popped in, but it's not gonna be able to get charged all the way. Edward, stunned up, suppressed. Bloody Hunt popped in. Yaoi gonna fall to the hands of Edward as Sanford still wants to keep on going. Sanji rotating back into the mid lane. Wise gonna be brought back. It's a pause here in the 7th minute of the game.
Messy engagement, and the payoff was just about to come up. bennyqt able to hide in that bush, put a few marks on several members of Blacklist International, plus on the turtle, which allows Echo to pummel on through forward, but you can't discount the fact that Blacklist played that very well as well.
Yeah, Blacklist played it very well, but again, bennyqt just understanding the situation, not understanding like just his hero, just Blacklist hero, but he's like, okay. Because I kind of feel like a lot of people looking at that situation, Oheb was kind of isolated by his team. It was prime position to just stun him up, get some stacks in, and then just kill him off just like that. But he's like, no, I'm going to wait, SA. I'm going to make sure everyone is close enough. He gets into turret range. He can get stacks onto a lot of people and get maximum value from his ult. And that's what he did. He got maximum value from his ult.
And again, there's a very thin line between, I guess, a mistake and being loco, right?
That was pretty loco.
That was so close for it to being a mistake. But the fact that Benny's still alive now, at the cost of Carl TZ's life, it allowed for it to be local.
And it comes down to trigger discipline, right? The fact that he was in the bush for so long, even Yaoi is spotted, and he still stuck. He was like,
and
okay,
no one took the bush
I'm
as well.
committing, bro. I'm committing. And he committed, right? Because Yaoi was spawned out already, they were like, no way. There's no way a Brody is waiting in that bush.
Yep.
It turns out, that's how Benny plays, buddy.
No way a marksman will flank, right? I mean, that's like an assassin kind of thing.
Yeah, Benny's an assassin sometimes. You can kind of say he's an assassin because of the way he plays these marksmen. He flickers forward, he looks for flanks, and here, we're going to see the player head-to-head.
Never let them know your next move. That's what Benny did. Never let them know your next move.
And that's what makes him a force of nature. That's what makes him the storm. He just comes up. And here, leading these two players, the gold laners, are these roamers, all right? Yaoi, the playmaker, and his idol, Momshu, oh my Venus. Again, they're two different kinds of roamers, two different kind of team captains, but the way that they lead their teams are just perfect for their playstyle.
We've seen it, right? Again, Yaoi with more flashy heroes, but for Venus, it's time to enable, but here we're going to be put in right into the team fight. Echo with, actually, it's Whoa, pretty good trade now that I see it for Blacklist.
Benny
Not
died.
that bad.
Yeah.
Benny actually fell, but the airstrike though from Sanji in the mid lane, making it in favor of Echo.
All right, something transpired in between the time we resumed and paused in. But for now, real quick, folks, Blacklist forcing out a push up top. Buff still secured per side. And we're looking at a possible kill on Edward.
Nope. That's Edward for you. Gets out in relative ease again, right? Echo trying pressure, but now it's just for Blacklist International to punish in the goal, well, in the other side of the map, which is going to be the XP lane. They even tried to deny as much as possible from Benny, forced to use a torn apart memory to get those last hits.
This is the world stage, so I'm allowed to be a little bit more critical looking at the way that the game is transpiring.
We just spoke about this. Yaoi versus Venus, and Yaoi is going to be able to find that iron hook. Connecting onto Y, bringing it back under the tier 1, and that's everyone collapsing. Benny with a torn apart memory back up on that cooldown is going to be able to secure it for the airstrike now. On to Haji and Oheb. Haji going to be stunned up, has the feather airstrike, but both teams disengage.
King and the Queen in a flash goes out. I mean, Edward able to make the most of a bad situation, but LaFell, what does this mean?
First of all, I just want to say I'm so glad I was interrupted because I was about to say Blacklist was actually looking pretty good because Oheb is going to scale up and Yaoi's not hitting the hooks, but never mind. Yaoi got a very crucial hook, and the thing is, this is the time where bennyqt, I would say, is almost at his max because he already has his Blade of Despair as well as the Fury Hammer. Enough penetration, enough raw damage. This is the time you force the fights. This is not about waiting. If you see an opportunity, just go for it.
And it looks like Blacklist has already found their window. Haji pulling out Sanford, Carl Teasy losing the pull battle against Wise. Blacklist have a small favorable position over the Lord. It's closer to the south, closer to Wise. They spot on my Venus. Yaoi throws out a hook. And now the Lord dance continues.
It's a very slow Lord dance. It's a macro-centric play here. Mid-control. It's the spot for, and that's concealed though. Yeah, we're gonna be able to find Haji bloody hot as well. That's damage coming through, and a turn apart memory finds its mark. The Venom's Rage to follow it through. Yeah, we're gonna be taken down. Sanford jumps in with split. Venus putting them on blast, stunning him up right now. Scalteezy gonna be taunted up. But the airstrike in the back by Owen is gonna be caught. Wise now with the Appraiser's Wrath. Still able to sustain for a bit as Sanford still on that split. Jumps back away.
Still going.
Low. That's gonna be Benny dealing out of damage. Now with the turn apart memory! bennyqt with a flicker forward again. Styling on Blacklist International.
That team fight could not have been better for Echo. 4 down, no clap back from Blacklist, and Echo now making a beeline straight for this Elemental Lord.
Okay, now Edward coming in, not going to be able to steal. But yeah, in this game, objectives are important. And Sanford, he's going to get chased. Will he actually get down? Yaoi stops the progression of Edward. And as I'm saying, objectives are very important, but it doesn't have to be the turrets. It doesn't have to be the Lord kills our objectives as well. And again, Echo, their draft, they have a lot of big potential. So they're really using their draft to define us. I like the way that they approached it. Don't fight the Lord. Kill them first.
And they did. They found bodies, pushed them all the way behind tier 2 down bottom. And it's putting on my Venus, who just hit the ranked first one, average assist 10.4 per game here in M4, into a weird position. When do I use Numenor Blast? When do I protect my teammates? When do I find a proactive spot, a window for us to clap back? And it's looking harder and harder by the minute. Echo pushes mid tier 1, and now they're threatening tier 2 as well. Watch Sanji, he's concealed.
Yeah, he pops in the Predator airstrike, zoning Oheb away as Edward jumps in closer. Sanji with wings by wings, getting out. Predator airstrike being popped, Sanji flickers out. Call TZ. Finding the death to this welcome onto Wise, gonna be stunned up again. No, that flash though out from Venus out of nowhere. Sanford still in the front lines. bennyqt dealing damage right now as Edward's gonna be able to jump into the back line, but the bloody hunt catches Edward, and a torn apart memory silences him, takes him down. Sanji with wings by wings. Oheb gonna be taken low, forced to flicker out by Yaoi, and Sanford flicker forward. Now Echo still on the march with another airstrike taking Venus down. Haji is all alone, terrifying Yaoi. Still able to survive with the iron. Connects again, and Echo have wiped out Blacklist International. They're looking for the end. No minions on the board. They're forced to back away.
5 for 1 plus 2 major objectives pushed in by the Orcas. This is both discipline and ruthlessness. LaFell, where'd they pull this from?
First of all, I gotta say, there's a reason why Franco is the most banned hero for Blacklist International. I kind of feel like going to the next game, it has to be put into contention. Now, Blacklist, how this really happens is because Echo always finds a way to actually dish out damage onto Oheb, because every single fight, look at where Oheb is positioning. It's not that his positioning bad, it's just that he has to constantly run away. He has to run away from bennyqt, he has to run away from Sanji, from Sanford, from Yaoi. There's so many ways he can get caught, and it's so hard to micromanage all of it, especially when Echo, the way that they attack, sometimes Oheb doesn't see it coming.
It sounds like Blacklist has been overloaded by Burst and also a good amount of CC. And those two things are lethal against a lineup like Blacklist, against the Ube strat. And they just can't pull it off here as bennyqt forces a push up top. And that's a clean tier 2 tower take, gonna help open up this Luminous Lord for Echo. Now 8k ahead at 13 minutes.
That's insane. And on top of that, Benny's on a hero like the Brody, who snowballs like an absolute monster. And you can see here, this is the play by Blacklist International. They still want to contest. Lord taken to half HP. Carl TZ still on it. This is the Lord dance. At the mid lane, pressure will be popped in from Echo. 8,000 gold lead. The Feather Airstrike will be popped in. The zone. Other members away. Carl TZ with the left as well. Combining in Haji stealing. The Feather Airstrike again. The Feather Straight into the Bell Blast. Why steals it away? Yaoi got the money hunt, but it's all for up. Sanford's all alone. Yaoi's gonna be gunned down. But Benny QT again with the backdoor.